Greetings to you, my dear Aries. My name is Maria Regul, and this is my forecast for you for October 2020. If you like this video, please let me know and subscribe on my channel. So let's start and see what will be in the future. So Mars will still form the negative aspects to your 10th house, and it can bring you some tense situations at work, for example. And at the beginning of this month, Mars will be also in the harmonious aspects to Venus, and so you can be really successful in the field of romantic relationships. And if your profession is connected with teaching or lecturing or maybe public speaking, so you will get the success too. And you will have some playful mood, and you can get into some romantic relationships also. On the second day of October, it will be full moon in your first house. Full moon means that something important will come to the end by this time. And maybe the event which started 2 weeks ago now brings you the result. It can relate to your career or to your relationships at work. And at this time you will want to get more attention, and you will want to show that you are a real professional in your professional sphere, and you will be a real leader by this time. And on the third day of October, Venus goes to Virgo in your 6th house. When Venus goes to Virgo, that means that we become more reserved, less emotional, and more critical to everybody and to ourselves. And it concerns ladies especially, so we don't like usually at this time our appearance, and we want to change it maybe. And some of you will want to have some plastic surgeries, but my dears, be attentive and remember please about Mars retrograde. And also, Venus can bring us to some romantic relationships that can start at work, and we can feel some romantic feelings to those who helps us and with whom we work together. So due to harmonious aspects with Mars, at this time we can get the success at any bureaucratic affairs, and in everyday activities will get some success, and it will be really easy to communicate with our colleagues, and the atmosphere at work will be really positive. And so it's a really good time for those who are looking for a job, and maybe who wants to start a job, and who wants to hire employees. And also, if you start any romantic relationships at work with your colleagues, for example, it also be successful for you. And but my dears, be attentive that disease can appear at this time. On the 4th of October, Pluto goes in direct motion in your 10th house. You know, Pluto is the slow planet and it has influence on our society, and it can bring the strengthening of the positions of authorities during the next 6 months in our society. And if we speak about the influence of it to us, I can say that being in your 10th house, it can give you really great opportunities to build your career and to show other people and yourself that you are a really professional person. So on the 14th of October, Mercury becomes retrograde, and it happens in your 8th house, and it will be in this position till the 3rd of November. So when Mercury passing along the sign Scorpio, we becomes more curious, and we want to get to the bottom of the truth, and we become more suspicious, and we are looking for different and another meaning of everything and in everything, and we don't trust anything, and that's why when Mercury goes to your 8th house, you can have some financial problems, and you can find out you can also find out some secret information or about other people, or you can also share your private information, and you will regret about this. Be attentive when you feel some applications or some documents concerning your financial situation, because Mercury retrograde can give you some mistakes. And please, my dear friends, don't borrow or lend money at this time. So, and I would like to remind you of what you shouldn't do during this period when Mercury is getting retrograde. So please don't start new projects, don't sign contracts or any other documents, and don't make some large purchases, and as I said before, don't lend money and don't borrow money, and please try not to change your job, and don't travel to new places, and also be careful with authorities. And at this time some previous relationships can start again, and people from our past can appear in our life again. So you will have the second chance if you really need it. On the 16th of October, it will be new moon, and it will be at your 7th house in Libra. And a new moon means something new, and it will concern your relationships between your partner, your marriage partner, or maybe your business partner. And so the important meeting can appear in your life. Maybe you will meet with your future husband or future wife at this time, or maybe someone will make a proposal for you, or maybe you will decide to get married, or maybe you will decide to move your relationships to the next level, or maybe some of you can break up. Um, New moon will be in the negative aspects, and that's why, on the other hand, it can bring you some secret earnings, or maybe it can give you some romantic relationships at work, and you will not want to share with other people this information and these relationships, and maybe it will help you to hide some information from other people. On the 23rd of October, Sun goes to Scorpio in your 8th house. And at this time, the issues of money, your financial situation and inheritance will become relevant. And you will pay more attention to business partners, to marriage partner, or to your family. And you can solve different financial problems of your friends maybe, or your financial problems. And so maybe you will solve some cases related to the dead people and their property or their money, or maybe you will communicate more closely with the representatives of law, for example. And at any case, during this time, you will feel some tense. On the 28th of October, Mercury goes to Libra in your 7th house. And when Mercury goes to Libra, we become more communicative, and we are really open to the dialogue, and we are ready to talk to other people and start any relationships, especially if we get some profit from these relationships. So when Mercury passes through your 7th house, it can very often happen that we meet our future husband or future wife, and we can really have some thoughts about starting new business and with somebody else, and we can also have some deals concerning legal issues, and so we really can get married at this time, or get a proposal. The next important event will be at the same date, on the 28th of October. Venus goes to the same house, to the 7th house in Libra. And when Venus goes to Libra, we become more tolerant to the feelings of other people, and we can better understand their actions and the reasons why they do this or that. And it's a really good time for presentations, for having some social events, or for any business related to art, fashion, or modeling business. And at this time we are really happy to spend money on ourselves, on beauty, and on different beautiful things. So when Venus in our 7th house, we are really interested in people's affairs, and so we are really charming, and we easily make acquaintances with other people, And during this period of time we can advertise ourselves, and we can promote our own interests to other people, and to form new connections which can be important for us in the future. And it's a really good time for meetings, for love affairs, for partnerships at any in any variance. And so it's a really good time for advertising and for entertainment. So, my dear friends, thank you for this attention. I really wish you to have positive months.